I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. Me be treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of. You better watch how you're talking and where you're walking, or you and your homies might be lying and chalk.
The average college experience involves moving out of your house to a small dorm room, being without your parents' help, budgeting money, and meeting new people from all around the world. However, instead of doing this in Boston, Massachusetts, I was selected to take part in a global experience program in Thessaloniki, Greece. After receiving my acceptance letter, I didn't fully wrap my head around the idea of living abroad for my first semester of college, which is supposedly a huge adjustment in itself, until I woke up my first day in the Queen Hotel in my 7 by 14 foot room. Before arriving in Greece, I was aware that it would be somewhat different than the generic first semester of college, which got me even more excited. Having the unique experience that I would remember for years to come, as well as being able to share my awesome semester with others who couldn't have the same opportunity. I had lived in Europe once before during my childhood, and it was the most cherished and influential period of time in my life so far, and I assumed that a program like this would yield a similar result, and I think I was right. Through meeting new people, seeing new places, learning new things, and being exposed to a new culture, I was able to further develop my identity and learn other things about myself that were, before now, unknown to me. During my time in Greece, I've had the ability to travel to Thessaloniki, Athens, Delphi, Frankfurt, Amsterdam, London, and Paris to see some amazing stuff and learn how my parents feel when traveling with a group of kids in airports and train stations. Also, I learned what it really meant to travel by yourself, and I feel I did a satisfactory job for my first run. For the penthouse, or 7th floor of the hotel, we were assigned to the service learning of sports. For my individual service learning, I participated in the 3rd annual Thessaloniki half marathon and 5K, where I helped keep the starting area clear until the beginning of the race. There, I was able to really be in the thick of it, surrounded by massive people from all around Greece and the world, and watch as they interacted with each other and me and the other volunteers. My second service learning was the ACT football tournament. As first aid, I helped carry ice to the field and got out the first aid kit in case of injury. From service learning, I was able to experience a dimension of Greek culture that I don't think I would otherwise have had on my own. Being able to see and interact with locals gave me insight into how they saw sportsmanship, camaraderie, and other important values having to do with sports. With this, I was able to translate these values into cultural values to enrich my understanding of the Greek culture. School overall was interesting and definitely not what I had in mind when I thought about college lectures and what else the common academic experience looked like in America. I learned a great deal in each of my classes and I had to overcome some obstacles along the way that definitely will help me with the transition back to Northeastern. Paired with ACT classes, we had our global experience classes, which met every Thursday bright and early. In these classes, run by our beautiful and charismatic Katie, we learned important things about each other and the world around us. Large important topics like personal identity, global citizenry, and privilege were discussed with us as a whole group as we worked our way through and gave our definitions of each and shared what was important about each one of those ideals. I found it to be really cool to talk through these ideas and to see what other people had to say about them, and taking away important lessons that would carry on to the United States and the world. Overall, I can't really find the words to sum up this once-in-a-lifetime experience, besides that I will never forget it and I will never regret making this choice.